Tonight, on The National, turmoil in Jerusalem. A demonstrator is killed as the Israeli cabinet decides to fire Ariel Sharon. And deal over weapons testing. The cruise may fly over Canada. And on The Journal, the umbrella agreement on weapons testing. A political background to today's decision. We'll talk to the man at the center, External Affairs Minister Alan McEachen. The National with Knowlton Nash.
Good evening.
Test area tonight on The Journal.
High technology is already changing the way we work and the way we live. But there are those who say it will lead to nothing less than the death of traditional culture and traditional industries. Tonight, in the fourth part of our special series, Terry Milewski talks to some experts of the computer age.
Well, we've got the computer.
What do you have this for?
Well, I couldn't live without it. It's my word processor, it's my bookkeeper, it's my communications interface with the world.
Gordon Thompson is retiring now after many years as a kind of resident guru at Canada's biggest private research lab. Listen in on an enthusiast. What did you just put in there?
Well, that's the word processor disk. It's now learning how to become a word processor. So it's loading in a program called Edit. Thank you.
Do you always talk to it?
Yes, but it usually comes back faster than that. Where's it gone? Oh, there it's reading in the file. That's lovely. Now here it comes. Now look at that. Isn't that spectacular type out of a simple little wee home computer?
What does that printer cost?
Oh, it's around $1,000.
You get the feeling that Thompson really pities people who don't use computers.
You don't use a word processor? What do? You use a pencil? You poor chap. Supposing you want 5 copies. Supposing you want to take this paragraph and change it. Oh, you poor chap.
And so
For him, the computer means a bright and happy future.
It is fun doing your income tax.
Come on.
It is. You're looking down there and you see the total, how much you owe and so on. You say, oh, gee, here's another receipt. Boy, I got all the receipts to, oh, well, that's easy. I can add it. Numbers all recalculate. There's the new value. Oh, fantastic. Well, great. So here are computers getting rid of frustration and making life almost bearable.
But there are other views.
What we're now seeing, and I think feeling economically, is the breakdown of the world industrial economic system.
Alvin Toffler is another kind of futurist. He thinks the future will be a shock.
Even if high technology provided 2 new jobs for every old one, we would still have structural unemployment because the people in one sector cannot automatically go across the street and get jobs in that other sector.
Kids these days seem to know that there's some truth in that.
If you get all the computers, then so many people will lose their job, and there are too many people on welfare and that go to the Salvation Army as it is. And the more computers, then the more people that don't have jobs. And that'll be like sort of an economy crisis, and there won't be enough money for everybody, and a lot of people, nobody knows what to do after that.
And the experts say there's some truth in that.
Even if the automobile industry does crank up again, very many of the workers will not be rehired because robots will have been put in their place.
I have a feeling there may be a guaranteed annual income in our future. I think there will be hardly a job left in the country in 10 years that isn't computer-related one way or another. It's just that pervasive. It's just saturating the fabric of our society.
An example, the box on the dash. This Ottawa taxi is dispatched by a computer. The driver calls up information with a keypad. He likes it.
This is just peaceful. Like, all I gotta do now is press a button, get rid of the traffic, and we'll be all set.
He's just kidding, but the computer may, in fact, get rid of the traffic. After all, why drive to work at all if, like Gordon Thompson and a lot of other people, your computer connects you to the office? Thompson says the computer is nothing to be feared.
I'll bet your grandfather had a fit when he saw the first automobile. Probably ran down the street screaming. Same thing. You know, there's a real good Canadian Army song. You'll get used to it. The first year is the worst year, then you'll get used to it. And that's the way it is.
Terry Milewski, CBC News, Ottawa.
For years, the government has been promising